Good evening. Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. This is Tuesday, December 9th. We're right into the month where we've got so many things going on. This is a great time to close out the year and get things going. My name is Miriam Kareem, and I'm so happy to have you all here for our leadership development call tonight um, with amazing training by Coach Seymour Greenwich Blake. So, quick trip to the newbie corner. So, yes, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I saw a post on Facebook, and the person was asking. I believe it was like in a holistic group or something, and a person was asking, um, what was a good brand of black seed oil. And you all know we got the best. But I saw a few of our people, posting links. And what I decided to do was basically say, well, the kind that I use, and I had a little story attached to it. I said, the kind that I use um, helped me get rid of my allergies after having them for 44 years. It's amazing. I've tried so many different brands, but this one seemed to do the trick. So many people commented under my comment asking, what brand is it? What brand is it? I need, tell me the name of it. And so those just from that one comment, I have lots of leads now to where I can possibly get people interested in a product or get them to try the product. So maybe, hopefully, that's a tip for you to um, when you share your information about a product, try to have a story. Oh, you read that post? Dr. Dorothy read the post. But if you're gonna share information about a product, try to attach a story to it. Don't just be so quick to share a link and post a link and run because they might click it and then they may keep moving. They want to know. Give a little bit more information about it and your experience with it. So that being said, I'd like to introduce you all to our speaker tonight. One of our speakers tonight, Coach Seymour Greenish Blake. He is an amazing um, mentor. He is a dedicated single father of two, a grandfather. We all know his beautiful little granddaughter named Lily. But he's a grandfather. He is the CEO of and founder of TGB Enterprise. He is one of our latest six-figure earners at our Green Organics companies. An amazing leader and teacher, and always has really great insight and impactful lessons for us. So, Coach Seymour Greenwich Blake, are you available, sir?
Yes, I am, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mary, for
You're
your
welcome.
introduction. Tonight's going to be very informative, I would say. We know that we're in the holiday seasons, and this time of the year, we lose a lot of people. We lose them from depression, we lose them from just stress, life in general. So, once I was trying to figure out what I was going to talk about, I came across a topic. And to get started, I'm gonna go ahead and get off camera so I'll be able to pay attention to what my notes that I wrote down and what I want to talk about tonight. But I want you to get your pens and paper ready, and you're gonna understand why Paula started Feel Good, Be Good, Do Good when I talk about what we're gonna be talking about tonight. And I want y'all to really take your hats off, be somewhere where you can listen, don't have nothing interrupting you, because this is serious. And we need to talk about this more. Okay? So with that said, let's get started. So like Maren said, good afternoon, good evening. I am Coach Seymour. I'm TGB Enterprise CEO, six-figure earner with Green Organics. I'm a Diamond Ambassador with Golden Sana and a Platinum Executive Director with HBN. So what I want to do tonight, I want to take you on a mental flight, not a physical one, but a flight through understanding, compassion, awareness and leadership. Because if you think about it, and why I picked this topic was the other day I was standing outside, just enjoying the nice day weather. It was nice and pretty out. And I heard a plane, so I looked up and I started looking at that plane. And the thing about it is this: when we stand on the ground and we look up at the plane gliding across the sky, we see a plane just flying by smoothly, steadily, and peacefully. But a lot of the times we don't know that on the inside of that plane, passengers may be dealing with turbulence. Turbulence that you cannot see while you're standing down there on the ground. The plane could be shaking, it could be jerking, it could hit a air pocket and drop. You know, people. I mean, it's just unpredictable what's going on because, like I said, we see a plane just gliding across the sky, like butter, like a hot knife button cutting through butter, really. But we don't really know what's going on the inside of that flight. And the thing about it is that life is exactly the same way. You could be standing next to someone who looks calm, strong, they look polished and in control. But on the inside, they're going through some storms that will break most people. So tonight, I want to help you understand that invisible turbulence. I want you to, I want to help you become more compassionate, more patient, more in tune with humanity, more in tune with your team, your family, but most of all, yourself. Because the truth is simple. You never know what someone is going through. And most people, they suffer in silence. So let's talk about that airplane analogy. Like I said, you're outside on a calm day. You look up, you see a plane cutting through the sky like a knife through butter. It's smooth, it's effortless, silent, and sometimes it's so beautiful watching that. But from your viewpoint, everything looks perfect. But what if you were inside that same plane? You might be gripping to your armrest. You might feel the bumping, the shaking, the sudden drops. And I'm telling you, I remember feeling them drops and your stomach just drop. You feel like you're on a carousel or on one of those carnival rides. And you start praying, you start worrying. You might see your drink shaking, seatbelt sign just flashing, passengers whispering nervously. From the inside, the plane story feels completely different now. And that's exactly how human beings are. From the outside, you see them smooth and surface on the surface, but the turbulence is on the inside, tearing them up. And this is the most important lesson of this entire presentation. Please never judge someone's peace on the outside because it might be covering a storm on the inside. We ask ourselves sometimes, why do humans hide their pain? I know I've asked that question many times to myself. Why do people hide their turbulence? Why does someone smile when their heart is hurting? Why does someone say, I'm fine, when they're falling apart on the inside? And why do some people show strength when they feel weak? And the answer to that is because society taught us that vulnerability is weakness. It teaches people, many people we were raised to keep our business to ourselves. We don't tell everybody what's going on in our lives. Another thing is that people just fear being judged. I don't want to say this, I don't want to do this because they're going to judge me about it. If I tell them I'm going through this, they're going to start talking about it. We have fear of being misunderstood sometimes. See, because fear appearing, let people feel that you're weak. And because for many people, being quiet is survival. Some people don't hide their pain because they want to, they hide it because they had to. And one of the biggest things is social media versus reality. Let's talk about that for a little bit. Social media is like the sky view of the airplane. You only see smoothness, perfection. You see filters, highlights, and victories. But what you don't see is the turbulence that's going on in their life. Most people don't post overdraft notices. They don't post about the argument that they may be having with their partner. Some do, but not many of them do. Most people don't even post about their sleepless nights because of the stress about how I'm going to pay the bill, how I'm going to do that. You don't see them post about the fear that they're going through in life, whether it might be in their home, or just in life in general. They don't post about their loneliness and depression, and they don't sure don't post about self doubt. But you will see all the glory and the shiny objects and all the other good stuff on social media. They only post the smooth flight. Okay, they don't post the turbulence. So we look up at the plane and assume that everything is perfect. But if you got inside their life, into their mind, and into their emotions, then you start to realize that they're shaking, they're fighting, and they're holding on tight. Just because they don't show it doesn't mean that they don't feel it, guys. And I know a lot of us, we go through that same thing. So if we put our hats on and think the way we feel sometimes, how we know that somebody is not going through that same thing or not worse. Silence is a struggle. And let me break that down, something a little bit more powerful for you with that. There are people in your life right now, today, who woke up with battles inside of them that you don't know anything about. Some of you might be on this call right now. There are people smiling in your face while you're crying in your car. You know, you might be smiling in someone's face, or they might be smiling in your face, but when they get back to their car, they're crying. There are people encouraging others while feeling empty themselves. I am one of those people that always used to be always giving advice, telling somebody, being there for somebody, but never was the one asking for the same advice, or wasn't even sometimes taking my advice. Okay. There are people leading families while they're losing themselves. There are people giving everything that they have, but nobody noticed that they're running out of fumes. These are the silent struggles that we go through in life, especially this time of the year. And many of them would rather endure turbulence alone than let anyone know what they're truly feeling. So, family, but just realize that a lot of us are wearing masks, and sometimes we call that mask a mask of peace. And I want y'all to think about this. How many of you are wearing these masks? One of the most powerful skills humans possess is the ability to wear masks, and a mask of peace. Someone can be in pain, but you know what? They look calm as ever. They can be confused, but they look confident. Hurt, but they look very happy. They could look tired, but on the inside, they're not energized. You know, on the outside, they look energized. They could be broken down, but they look whole on the outside. And that's because of the mask is so convincing that we believe it. We don't know what's going on the inside. But hear me very clearly, team. Just because someone carries their pain well, again, it doesn't mean it is not heavy for them. So we may ask ourselves how to become more compassionate. How do we become more compassionate when we come to people like this? How do you become a better human? How do you become people who don't just judge the plane from the ground? How do we become that individual? Here is how we do that. We pause before we start to assume, because you know when you assume what that does. Breathe before you respond. Ask questions before you start to judge people. Show grace even when you don't understand it. Speak kindly. You don't know if your words are the only comfort that they will get that day. You got to start leading with empathy and not with your ego. Give people peace. Give them space to be human. Humanity starts with humility, guys. You don't need to know someone's whole story to be kind to them. You sure don't need that. And I'm telling you this right now that even strong people, we struggle. You might look at a lot of our coaches on here and think that, man, they're strong. They nothing goes wrong in their life. But I can promise you that every single one of us has struggled at one time of our life. Every single one of us, including the team that's on this call right now. So in this, let's talk about a little bit about strong people. Like I said before, we also have turbulence. In fact, strong people often have the worst turbulence because they carry everyone else's turbulence with them. They might be the provider, the protector, the leader, the encourager, the pillar, the supporter, the giver. That's a lot to carry. And because they strong people assume that they don't need help. But hear me clearly. Strong people breaks too. We cry too. Strong people feel empty too. Empty too. Okay. We get tired, and a lot of time we also need support. The plane might look steady up there, but inside we're holding everything together. So how do you support others? How do we do that? How do we support people better? How do we help other people navigate their turbulence? We got to start listening, and not just listen, but listen without trying to fix everything. Sometimes people just need space to speak. They just want to talk and let you know what they're going through. Don't be there trying to fix what their issue may be. Just listen to them, because sometimes that's all they need is for someone to hear them. Another thing is you've got to be present. You don't always need answers. Your presence is enough sometimes. Check on the one who always say, I'm good, I'm all right. Those are usually the ones who aren't. And a couple of weeks ago, I made a post on Facebook about me taking a trip and visiting heaven to visit my mom and dad. You'll be surprised how many phone calls I got from my friends from home. Seymour, are you okay? What's going on, man? We saw this post, man. Are you okay? Sometimes people post stuff, and all you got to do is pay attention. Be present for that individual. Check on your people. Offer help without wanting for them to ask you for it. People are drowning. People that, and actually, people that are drowning, they don't always know how to call for help. Have you ever seen a drowning person yelling for help? They're struggling to keep their head above the water. They don't have time to think to ask for help. Okay? So don't wait for someone to ask for help if you can see the signs. Offer that help. We got to start respecting people's journey. Don't compare turbulence, everyone, because everyone feels this. Every time, everybody feels different. Everybody's turbulence is different. I know a lot of times people will say something and you'll hear people say, I know exactly how you feel. No, you don't. Because your feeling is not going to be the same as that individual. So we got to stop saying that because everybody's turbulence is different. When you support other people, you become a safe landing place for them. Understand that. So you got to start paying attention to, especially this time of the year, guys. This is the time of the year where we lose a lot of people due to stress and just depression. Recognize your own turbulence. Number one, start knowing your turbulence. Because if you understand and recognize your turbulence, you will start recognizing others. So let's flip this focus for a second. What about you? What about your turbulence? What about your storm? Your hide about the storm that you hide from other people? What about the things that you carry that nobody sees? What about the nights that you can't sleep due to stress and depression and worrying about certain things? What about those days that you pretend to be strong? Guys, let me tell you, it's okay to admit when life is shaking you. It's okay to admit when you don't feel okay. And it's okay to seek help. It's okay to take a step back. It's okay to breathe. I remember when I was first got out of Milan, I was going through my depression due to my PTSD, and my sister kept telling me, Fonsa, you need to go see a psychiatrist. In my mind, I'm like, I'm not going to sit down and tell nobody that don't know me about my problem. That ain't going to fix the problem. But I had to finally take the step forward and do it. I didn't want to be sitting down in a group of people talking about what's going on with me and why my anger is so bad. But once I did it, I was relieved. And I started realizing when my mom used to tell me, stop being so angry, what she meant. There's times that I still go flat back into those feelings, but then when I do, I sit down and I pray. It's okay to ask for help. Understand that. It's okay to take a step back and look at reality and look at what's going on. It's okay to breathe, guys. Strong doesn't mean silent. It means honesty. That's what strong means. It means to be honest with yourself. A lot of times we lie to ourselves. We got to stop doing that. And now we got to start learning from turbulence because turbulence can teach you things that would smooth that flight, that will smooth that turbulence if you just start understanding and learning from it. Because turbulence can teach you resilience, it can teach you patience, faith, awareness. It can teach you humility, gratitude, emotional intelligence. It can teach you self-control of most of all. And it can teach you how to be adaptable. It can teach you adaptability, teach you how to adapt to what's going on in your life. Because guys, I'm gonna tell you, every storm that you survive, it's gonna strengthen you. Every shaking moment gonna start to shape you. And every time that life dropped you unexpectedly, you learn how to stabilize yourself and start to control that emptiness and that turbulence that's going on in your life. I'm telling you, there's a power in grace also. So I want to leave you with this, team. Give people grace. Give strangers grace. Your family, your team, coworkers, leaders, but most of all, give yourself grace. Because everybody is battling something in life, whether it's financial stress, health, family problems, depressions, loneliness, fear, trauma, doubt, grief. We're suffering. Everybody is suffering from something. But most people won't tell you. Be someone who softens the world, not someone who hardens it. Start being someone who brings comfort and not pressure when you're dealing with your team and your family and your people. Be someone who brings understanding. Don't bring judgment. But in closing, let me say this. As we land this plane today, remember the message. On the outside, life may look peaceful, but on the inside, people are facing turbulence. So be kind to people, be patient, be understanding, be human, because you truly never know what someone is going through. And with that said, when we come across these people are across ourselves going through these turbulence, we got a solution for it here with Green Organics. If you're with Green Organics and you have not subscribed to those emails for the Feel Good, Be Good, Do Good, I'm telling you, you need to go ahead and get started today. Go in there and subscribe for it. It's $9.95. When you're going through these issues, all you have to do, you have that in the palm of your hand. Most of the time, your phones are in your hands. And all it takes is for you to just pick up that phone, open up that back office, or even open your email. But I would say open the back office because you can get to it a lot quicker. Click on that email, daily email, and read it. It takes 3 minutes. Those 3 minutes could be 3 minutes that you needed to read something that could change your thought. If you know somebody going through something, all you have to do is pick up your phone, open it up, and read with them. Read it to them. And you don't have to just read that one. Today's the ninth. We got 9 emails already for this month, and plus what we had last month. You go back and you read those emails. Sometimes it takes me more than 3 minutes because I'm reading and I'm going back and I'm going back. Those emails have really helped me during this time because this November, Thanksgiving, Christmas time is very hard for me. But when I pick up that phone and I open that back office and I go to those emails, it really, it calms my mind. It takes thoughts out of my mind. We have the solution to help people that are going through a hard time in life. I'm telling you, team, take advantage of what Paula has created for us. We even have an oil for grieving. We got an oil for everything. We have a solution with Green Organics to help people during a hard time. And some of us are not taking advantage of what we have. You're looking at the value of what it costs, $9.95, and not what it actually can offer to people. And we got to stop doing that. We got something that everybody needs. At one time or the other in their life, they're going to need it. And all we have to do is grab that phone, open it up, go to those emails, and even read it. If you and your partner are having an issue where you started having a problem in the family, sit down and read that together. And the biggest thing we got to start doing as partners is we got to start praying together. You and your partner should pray every day when you get up and every night before you go to bed together. Because that can help a lot of the problems and the solutions. It can be a solution to a lot of problems that's going on in life. So guys, take advantage of what Madam President has provided for us. Not just the products, but these emails, especially this time of the year. And it must be a reason why she came up with this now. Because like I said, during the holiday season is a time that we lose a lot of people. We lose a lot of people. So with that said, guys, just please promise yourself. Don't promise me. Promise yourself that you're going to start to do better. You're going to start to try to use the solution that we have to fix the problems that we are going through in life, whether ourselves or family members or team members, everyone. With that said, back to you, Mary.
Wow. That really hit home. Thank you so much. You all please give him some love in the chat. That really, really, really hit home, especially from what some of you all know what I'm going through. And it's it's just really something that we all need to hear, and we really, really need to utilize the feel good, do good, be good program, because not everybody's going to want someone coming to them and saying something. They may just, read something and it may give them some comfort. So that is just, thank you so much for that, Coach Seymour. I guess right now we're going to see if Coach Will has something to say. I'm sure he does. You guys hear my phone is blowing up right now. So uh, our seven-figure earner, Coach Will Zanders. He's a multiple seven-figure earner, as you all know, in the network marketing world. A seven-figure earner at our green organics company at Heart and Body Naturals, and our first six-figure earner at Goldasana. An amazing, amazing teacher, Coach Will Zanders. Can you give us some wisdom on this, sir?
One, thank you so much, Miriam, for that kind introduction. I appreciate you. I know your phone's blowing up, so if you got to step away, by all means,
Okay.
feel free. And thank you for just for being with us, during this. I know it's a difficult time for you and your family, and the fact that you continually, show up night in and night out to support the team, that is not unseen or unappreciated. I try to be like that myself. I learned that from Coach Marcus and from Charlotte Whitaker about how we power through and make stuff happen even when things are difficult for us. So I don't want you to think that we don't appreciate your friendship and your leadership, especially during this time. So thank you. Also, thank you, Coach Marcus, for getting the Zoom together. Thank you, Coach Seymour, for those gems of wisdom. I have a couple of quick announcements to make, but then I'm going to, with the time we have left, I'm going to really just piggyback on what Coach Seymour was talking about, specifically about why Paula created the program. It's rooted in science and it's rooted in her love for people, but I'm going to give you some insight on that tonight, and maybe it'll help you take what Coach Seymour just educated us on, and hopefully it'll bring that from your head into your heart, or from your heart into your head. And then when you understand why it works exactly like he said it does for so many people, it'll just give you a little bit more passion about how valuable the Feel Good, Be Good, Do Good email service is as a digital program. And we'll talk about that. That being said, we have a couple of people who sadly enough will not be able to make Las Vegas in person. They are going to attend online. But that being said, we do have 4 available tickets, 4 live tickets for Las Vegas. So for those of you who really want to take your leadership to another level and have fun and fellowship with us, because Vegas is always a ridiculously over the top event just because it's Vegas and Coach Marcus lives there too. And we always like to make Vegas super over the top. Definitely be there in person. I'm not even going to tell you why. As to when people don't show up to Vegas in person, what happens is they see and hear about everything that happened. They go, man, I would have went if I would have known we would get. That's how it goes. That's Vegas. I don't know what to tell you. That being said, second announcement, the jerseys are coming together well. We have finally voted. Thank everybody for the input It came down to black and purple and black and red. I can just tell you, Coach Seymour is an incredible salesman. He got me sold. He gave me all the research. Everything indicated. So the jerseys are going to be black and red. I sent that to the manufacturer yesterday. They're putting together the mock-ups today. The only thing I will say, when we do get the more orders that we get, the cheaper the price. So we love doing things in bulk. But that being said, I'm getting mine anyway. I'm just letting y'all know. So don't be mad at me if you don't, but I'll definitely have more information available on those in the next 24 hours. But the design is going to be totally different from this one, obviously. We will still have the HBN Go Designer sponsor spaces there. And if you are a Diamond ambassador or a Diamond with both companies, anything like that, we're going to have the Diamond logos there. Everything else is going to be familiar and yet different. It is absolutely, absolutely phenomenal. I'm really excited about them. I can't wait for y'all to see them. If you're a team leader and you already have a team logo, I know there's like 8 of y'all. We're gonna have one spot left for a team on there. But if you're up and coming leader and you want to get a team logo together because you got a couple of team members and you're like, all right, I can do this. If you are a team leader who already has a logo and the logos go on the back, which is super, super cool, with your name or your nickname on the back, which is amazing. And how many people got jerseys who really love them? I'll just be wearing mine because it's fresh, but I got 2 of them just because. But that being said, if you want to tweak your logo or change it, because I'm changing my team logo on the back, Supreme Team logo is going to be a Las Vegas themed version. So this is a great chance for you to kind of do something a little bit different with your logo. And Chat GPT graphics generator is amazing for that. If you're having trouble with that, by all means, let me know. Third announcement, we did have a slight error with the Aegis Athletes Challenge for our scoring this weekend. Nothing that really affected it too much, but just to make sure that it doesn't happen, again, all captains, please make sure that you're sending everything to me on Facebook Messenger. We did have one captain who texted me some information, and it's fine because normally I see text messages, but I didn't see it. Their numbers were some other numbers that looked like they were the most recent ones they sent. So there was improper scoring of that team. But that being said, we have got it resolved. We fixed that. So when you see the numbers this next week come out, those are accurate numbers based on correct numbers from that one. But do me a favor, makes it easier for me these last 2 weeks. Just throw it in the email and we'll be good. But we won't have no missed points. Rankings will be absolutely perfect. Do not worry. So thank y'all for that. Wasn't their fault either. Wasn't their fault. Just text messages, just hundreds. I get them, so many of them, I couldn't even keep track. And that I think it was just the holiday. I don't know. Won't happen again though. Will not happen again. That being said, what else? Okay, cool. Y'all know I am super, super big on blue light glasses. Okay, I'm huge on blue light glasses because the information and the research on these phones and laptops it's brutal. Okay, so just understand, I'm big on that. What I'm going to do is I added, so blue light glasses help with the radiation going into your eyes, but not necessarily everywhere else. So I've been doing a lot of research and I've actually fallen in love with these. These are little anti-radiation patches. These kind were tested with radiation stuff on the phone, and you can see the radiation on the phone is decreased when this is attached to the back of your phone. So everybody in my family got one. Coach Marcus, Coach Miriam, Coach Seymour. I'm sending y'all some for free. So just make sure I have an updated mailing address for you guys and girls. And I want y'all to have these on the back of your phone. Very, very important for you. Just because radiation, not good, but we be on these phones all the time. For those of y'all who also want to get one, because I bought a big pack because I wanted everybody in my family to have them, and I didn't want to wait till Christmas. I got 5 more that I'm going to be mailing to people who are on this call. This is what I'm going to do. Do me a huge favor. This will be easy for me, and it helps Facebook too. Whatever my latest post is, I'm pretty sure it's a reel with some dogs on it. All right. Totally AI reel. None of that's real. It's not real dogs. Don't worry about that. But do me a favor, just put in the comment on Facebook what you would name the dogs. All right. Every comment I see after 7:45, I'm going to randomly select it. Jessica's already in. Good. I'm going to randomly select it. And I'm going to take 5 comments randomly. And I'm going to send everybody one of these. So you don't have to spend money on it. You definitely need it. And I will handle postage and get those sent out to you on tomorrow. Let's see what else we got going on. As Miriam brought up, we got the mystery gifts are back. We asked Paul about that the other day, and boom, here they are. Thank goodness. The mystery gifts are the number one gift that anybody in our company should be buying for people because one, these essential oils help a lot. And I like buying gifts for people that they're really going to enjoy, they're really going to use, and that will help them in some way. Also, with the mystery gifts, you can, if you want to, you can drop ship them to that person's address. If you do that, put in the comment section, do not include receipt or do not include invoice. So they just get a package, a box, they know it's from you. Wow, that's awesome. And they'll know it's from you because if you're going to do drop shipping, you put drop shipping on there and you put, let's say, for example, I'm sending it to Bob Jones. I'm going to put Bob Jones, care of Coach Will or care of Will Zanders. So when they get it, they know it's from you. And then they open it, it's like, oh, this is a cool little gift. Thank you. So those are super, super cool. And you can drop ship them. You can create orders to drop ship. That means you get paid when you buy these gifts and send them out, which is really, really crazy. You got to understand how your strategy works. And that only works for people who are at 100 BV because you get paid off all the volume. So that's amazing. The second thing about that is during this time of year, people really appreciate time. Time and money is so big during the holidays. I don't want to spend time going to Target or driving nowhere to fight no lines for gifts. I'm gonna send them right from the back office. I don't want to spend money on wrapping paper and ribbons if I don't have to. The company's going to wrap all that stuff up. So if I want to send out a gift to someone, I can go to GoDasana, boom, boom, boom. I'm going to use my link because I want to get paid for that particular order, right? Might even send two because you want to qualify for stuff. And so, especially if you're sending gifts to a couple. So you do that, you go to your link and you buy it as if you're a customer at your own link and you put in your billing information because you're still buying gifts for people. But then in the dropship section, that is when you put their name, care of you, C/OU, and then you put no receipt in there and you send the gift to them and it'll be there in time for Christmas. And that works amazing. You didn't have to buy ribbons. You didn't have to buy wrapping paper. The gifts come wrapped up. They come with ribbons. They're awesome. They come in a cool little box. You didn't have to go spend time to go to the store and figure out gifts or do whatever. So for people who aren't super, super big, close to you like this, and people you just want to send gifts to, it's an absolutely brilliant idea. I love the mystery gifts for that reason. And you get to get paid when you buy them, which is really crazy on top of everything. And you get paid twice. You get paid 30% when you send the order off. You get paid another 6% on Monday, assuming you're qualified. If you're not qualified, you get paid 3%, but whatever, right? But it's absolutely awesome. And you get a bunch in person and you can give them away too, which is super, super great. All right. We also have two bundles that are coming to GoDasana. I'm not going to tell you what products they're in yet, but they're very, very special. And the thing that excites me the most about these two bundles, one's a small bundle, one's like a medium-sized bundle, is that we already have a 30-second video that is solid gold that is already, created to help you sell these bundles very, very, very easily. And the video is already out. We haven't shared it because the product bundle isn't on the website yet. So I didn't want to jump the gun with the video. But that being said, you're going to love the video. And that's going to be super, super awesome. And we do have some new products coming out with HBN very soon, but it's holiday time, a lot going on at corporate. And so I won't share those until we get a few more details. Okay. Let me ask this. How many people have been enjoying the PO3 program and the Star Bonus program with either company? But how many people have really been enjoying that? I gotta guess there's some people who have been enjoying the star bonuses and the PO3s. Somebody's enjoying, can't be just me. Okay. So I'm going to tell you a story about why it's so important to continue to look in your back office every day and to check your star bonuses and your PO3s every day. So I finished my workout yesterday evening. I'm going, look in my back office, before I start my night routine and everything and start getting ready for bed. And I noticed, oh, what did I notice? That on the star bonus, I have one grid. That's, one of the later grids. It has one person on my first level, but it's got at least 2, 3, and 4 levels full. All right. So for people who know how the math works, does something cool happen if I happen to sponsor someone or drop ship a product and you already see a star grid that is full off at least 2 to 3, 4 levels? How many people know that something cool happens if you can get out and recruit a person? Exactly. And so here's what I'm just transparent. This is what I did. I wasn't about to recruit nobody at no 2, 3 in the morning. I'm going to bed. I'm ready to go to bed. I saw that and I said, and I got people that auto ships go out later in the month, some do, so it would clear out anyway. I'm not waiting for that. So I'm going in, I'm looking around, look in the kitchen, look in the kitchen, look, man, what we missing? What do we need? Okay, running low on berberine, and I can always use more Ocean Vitality. I'll never run out of Ocean Vitality, Black Seed Oil Fulvic. I'll never run out of that in my life. So went ahead and they had a bundle with some stuff on there. So I went and got that, came out to like 140 bucks. Drop shipped it to myself at my house. Okay, just understand. So I'm not going to place another order in my back office. My auto ship is already like 119 CV. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. So I'll go ahead and make the supply order. It cost me $149. And I screenshotted this because I was like, yo, this is really cool. I got paid $30 in fast start commissions. I got $50 in star, 75, 100, 150. And then coincidentally, I hadn't even checked the PO3s yet. It closed out another PO3 that had at least 2 levels full. So I ended up making over 800 some dollars, which was just ridiculous as a concept. When I moved that, over, it is going to pay me another $24 for a cycle. But here's a pro tip. When you're moving a supply order, don't just be lazy and put right. Okay, don't just put, yeah, it wasn't all from start. The PO3 closed out a lot of that money too. So it was really cool to see that happen in real time. But I'm going to look in my back office at all the personals I have with their user IDs. You should know every personal you have, especially if they're at 100 CV. And you can look and see with each of their groups and see what side they need volume on. And you should keep a list. You should keep paper and pen with a list of if, especially if you have a big team, to see where that's at. I'm going to look to see which one of my personal reps needs at least 50 to 100 volume on a side to get a $24 cycle because I want them to get paid even while they're sleeping. But I'm not going to stop and look at that one person. Let's say I didn't sponsor Miriam. I wish I did, but let's say I sponsored Miriam. When I look at Miriam's left side and she's close to a cycle. So I'm going to go and obviously I'm going to put it over there, but I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to start looking and clicking on Miriam's left side to see where I can put an order somewhere that'll give one of her people a $24 cycle. Okay. Once I do that, I'm going to keep looking and I'm going to go at least 5, 6, 7 levels, generations deep until I can get at least 2, 3, 4, 5 people paid. Okay. Especially if they're at 100 BV because they get a bigger cycle and that's a bigger check match for Miriam. And then I'm going to get a check match as well. So you really get an opportunity to spend 140 some bucks, 130 bucks, but you can get paid hundreds, but you can also get everybody else paid in check match cycles, and that helps you too. So it's not selfish. It's really you looking out for the people who don't even know you're looking out for them. And that's why it's so important to stay plugged in, because if your sponsor upline doesn't know you, they're not going to look for you. They don't know. They don't know to look, and they don't say, oh, that's that name. I saw them on a call. I saw them at the event. And that really helps a lot. Okay. So that being said, now we're going to cover as much as we can. I hope that made sense. Put a 1 in the chat if that made any sense at all. Put a 2 in the chat if that was utterly confusing. And if it's utterly confusing, that lets us know we need to do a pay plan training one of these weekends coming up soon. Because this pay plan, when you understand how to work it, it's the only company I've ever seen where you literally have basically a license to print money. If your star grids in PEO3 with either company, you know what you're looking at when you see it. Gina said 1.5. That's good. I'm going to do a train on it. And you look at it. What that means is if you enroll a person at 100 BV, or if you or if you have a supply order because you need stuff for your house, you don't feel like recruiting at 3 in the morning, you're going to be paid triple, sometimes quadruple the amount you spent. So I got hundreds and hundreds of dollars plus products I really want. And that's hundreds and hundreds of dollars in profit. Okay. So you just got to understand the value of this pay plan. And this is why it really pays to be a student of the game that you chose to play and build a team according to the algorithm. We build teams according to what the pay plan tells us we need to do. That's how it makes sense. Okay. So we had enough people say that they kind of understood, maybe understood. We'll do it in the future, and we'll do screen sharing whiteboard because that's the best way to understand it visually, not just me running my mouth about it. All right. But hopefully that made sense for the folks, and you should definitely be doing that earlier in the month. Don't wait till the end of the month. All right. Now, what Coach Seymour was talking about this evening, we got about 10 minutes or so. I'll try to cover as much as I can. Um, I want to kind of bring it into the realm of science. Everything you said was spot on accurate. I want to bring it into the realm of science and something called fluid dynamics. Now, because I don't have a job, I've been happily unemployed for like 12 years now. I get a chance to read tons of books and study a lot that I never got a chance to study in school because I wasn't interested. But we're going to get a quick class in human fluid dynamics. All right. Now, you know, because we've talked about this before, that your body is made out of mostly water, and water behaves according to universal laws. All right. Water flows, water can carry information, water can scientifically be programmed. Okay. Dr. Emoto taught many, many hours of Nobel Prize winning literature on how water can be programmed with words, thoughts, sounds, music, frequency. Action. It's amazing. It's amazing. Water is always going to seek its level, which is why I don't believe we're on a big ball spinning through Earth at 1 billion miles per hour, spinning through space, and the water just stuck. It just doesn't make any sense physiologically. I've flown all around the world, and I've never seen anything that proves that at all. Water is going to dissolve and absorb anything that's soluble. Okay, anything soluble, water is, if it's soluble, water is going to dissolve it and take it into itself. Okay, now that's the foundation of what we're talking about today, because your body at like 80% water, is water's programmable. Your body is programmable. Okay, you are majority water. You can program it. Anybody ever heard of C.T. Fletcher? C.T. Fletcher is real popular on YouTube. He's a weightlifter, bodybuilder, tough guy. He's absolutely awesome. I met him in person at a convention in California. He's amazing. C.T. Fletcher, when he before he got really, really, older and got sick, he had the biggest biceps. His arms were big as like a house, right? When he would work out, he would always be talking to his muscles as he worked out. He would tell his muscles, I command you to grow. As he curling, you gonna grow. You don't have no choice. He's talking to it. Now he didn't know why it worked, but it worked. Turns out, turns out, muscle is 70% water. So it's programmable. It is programmable. You got to understand that. So when you talk, you're speaking, you're programming yourself, which is why it's so important to have positive self-talk. It's so important, okay? So you are a programmable body of water whose internal current determines your external currency. Let me see if you caught that. Your internal current determines your external currency. And that word current is going to be very, very important. I probably have to cover most of this on Sunday. But hear me out. Water is measured in terms of current because it flows like a strong current at the beach, right? Electricity is measured in terms of current. AC means alternating current. DC means direct current, electricity. You also have electricity in your body, just so you know, okay? Time is going to be measured in terms of current. That's why we call it current events. That's how you measure time, okay? Or thoughts. Your thoughts actually are measured. That's how when they put the little things on your head at the hospital and measure your brain waves with an EKG, your thoughts are measured in terms of current, okay, because they flow. But money also flows. Money is also going to be a type of currency, so that you see that the word current comes from a Latin word which means to flow. It applies to all of these things, and all of these things are the same thing. Just understand that, all right? You're never stuck. You're only experiencing a specific type of flow. There's only two types of flows that are relevant for water, electricity, money, or even an airplane, like Coach Seymour said, up in the sky. One type of flow in fluid dynamics is called laminar flow. Laminar flow is like honey. When you pour honey out of a jar, it comes out very smooth in these really pretty layers. How many people have ever poured honey, or you know what it looks like when honey just layers itself? It's very satisfying to watch for some reason. Laminar flow. Okay. The other type of flow is called turbulent flow. All right. Turbulent flow is when it's very choppy, and turbulent flow happens when you're pushing too hard. Like when you turn the faucet on too much and the water spraying out too hard and it's splashing in the glass because it's not smooth. That's turbulent flow. Same thing happened with air. Air is measured in terms of current as well. That's why when Coach Seymour said there's a plane, if the air there is laminar, if it's smooth and it's not rough, the plane can operate and use laminar airflow. If it's turbulent and there's some rocking there, that's turbulent flow. Okay, turbulent flow is like a waterfall and it's raging and the water's crashing. It's too much. Laminar flow is smooth like a stream. Your thoughts, in order to create whatever it is you want in this world, have to be laminar as often as possible. All right. Now I got about another, Lord knows how much to talk about how to do this, but I'll finish with this and we'll pick up on Sunday. The email series that we get every day, and I get they come in like around 2, 3 in the morning. I get excited. I'll be up normally, so I get a chance to read mine before I go to bed. So it puts me in a really great mindset. All right. Those emails, if you take the reading and the breathing exercises, it is going to automatically put your mind in a state of laminar flow, no matter what else is going on in your life, if you're present in that moment. Okay. Laminar flow is important because this is where all your creative power lies. This is when athletes say, I was in the zone or I was just in the flow, right? The flow state, and everything was just happening. The right people were joining and talking to me, and I woke up and this coincidence happened. You're creating all of that with laminar flow. Your thoughts actually have a flow, and you can have laminar, smooth thoughts, or turbulent. This is why it's so hard for you to make money when you don't have no money. Don't lie and tell me you haven't noticed that in your life. I know I have. How many people know it's easier to make money when you got money, you're not worried about it? Laminar, Laminar, laminar. Okay, yeah, we've all noticed that. It's easier to make money when you got some, right? It's because your mind isn't turbulent about, oh, the bills, oh, I gotta pay, oh man, I got this coming up. I got this, oh, this is overdue. You can't even think properly on a conscious level to see the opportunities laid before you and have those beautiful creative ideas and reach out to the person you're supposed to talk to. And you can't do that when your mind is turbulent. Okay. If you want to have laminar flow within 3 minutes, get involved with that email program, read them every single day as they come out, and do the breathing exercises. And you will instantly, in that moment, start to feel lighter. You start to feel lighter very, very quickly. You can actually trick your mind into being laminar, and that will help you solve the external problem, because whatever is going on inside you, like Coach Seymour said, is a reflection of what's going on outside of you. Okay. And if you're not good, it's going to be very difficult for you to do what Coach Seymour said and for us to really notice and help other people. It's hard you can't pour from an empty cup. All right. So I'm a huge fan of these emails. I'm a huge fan of this program. I highly recommend you get with it and promote it. But that being said, we got a ton more to cover on the science of laminar and turbulent flow and fluid dynamics and how that affects your business in real time, especially during the holiday season. And we'll pick that up on Sunday. So that being said, thank y'all so much for your time. I appreciate you. I'll pick winners and get these out in the mail tomorrow so you can stop cell phone radiation from eating your brain. And thank you, Coach Marcus. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you, Coach Seymour, as well. And we will see y'all on tomorrow. Y'all have a good night.